Hi, my name's Tyler Donaldson. I'm a full-time police officer for Gunnison City. I'm also a father. I'm a husband. I'm an American. And I sew. I started sewing when I was 15 years old, doing automotive upholstery for a guy here in town. Worked all through high school doing that, did it a little bit in college. Decided to open my own shop and was doing that for a few years, and a guy came in the shop one day, said he needed some gear adjusted, started pulling it out of the bag, and I could tell it was military stuff. And I asked him if he was in the military. He said, not really, but I need this stuff modified. I'm going overseas. I says, okay. I was about 2 weeks out at the time, and he says, well, I'm leaving in 2 days. So I says, come back late tonight, we'll fix it. So we stayed late and we fixed it. He went away, and about 3 months later he came back, and I recognized him. I says, well, how'd the stuff work? He says, great, but it got shot off of me. Can you make me some more? And I said, it got shot off? He says, yeah, it was pretty crazy over there, but the guys like the stuff. Can we do some more? So we sat down, and he had some ideas, and we cut up some gear that he had and made some modifications to it, and away he went. He came back about 3 months later and had a whole bunch of ideas, and he'd cut things apart and glued them together and used super glue and rubber cement and tried to hand stitch a bunch of stuff, and he had all these ideas. And I said, well, let's get you a good piece of gear. So we set to work and got a piece of gear put together for him. And he went away one more time, came back, and he said, let's start making this stuff. All the guys liked it. So we decided to start making gear because we really wanted to overcome this idea of the one size fits all. So we worked for a couple of years on creating a load carrying system, a vest and body armor system for my partner to take to war, and we really came up with a great product. In the midst of that, the guys that he worked with in the special operations community had all these other ideas for gear that they needed to meet a specific operational need, and nobody would talk to him about making it. Everybody they talked to wanted them to order 50 units or 100 units or 1,000 units. And what we saw was that there was nobody who was willing to do one-off gear on prototype gear without a significant commitment to buy a lot of gear in the future. And so we focused on filling that need for guys. They could call up, and if they needed a very specific piece of kit for whatever they were doing, we could do that for them. My partner and I are both end users, and the stuff that I have in my trunk to respond to an active shooter in the school is stuff that I've made. It's stuff that I've tested. It's stuff that I know works. And so, because we have to use the gear that we're making, we're very meticulous, we're very particular about the quality of it. And that's what we want to bring to the special operations and the law enforcement community. We want funding to be able to expand our operation and create a place where if you've got a piece of gear in your head that you that you need, and you've wanted to bring that piece of gear into reality and not been able to do it because nobody will give you the time of day on that, we want to create a place for you. We want to create a place where you can come and say, I've got this idea for a piece of kit, and we'll walk you all the way from that idea till you walk out the door with a finished product in your hand. And that piece of kit is going to be absolutely tier 1 quality. It's something that if we don't feel comfortable taking it to war, we're not going to feel comfortable making you walk out the door with it. We purchased a large property last year. It's 40 acres. There's over 50,000 square feet of building space there. And we want this to be a place where you can come. We'll have the shop set up with a pro shop and the prototyping area. You can come. We'll build your piece of gear. You're going to be able to walk a couple hundred yards out the door and walk right onto a world-class shooting range, pistol range. Test out your gear while you're on site. Bring it back in. Let's make any changes that you need to make. And we're even going to provide a place for you to stay while you're at our site, so that you can come in. You'll have housing. You'll have the prototyping shop. You'll have a range where you can go out and test your equipment. We're gonna build a shoot house on site out of one of the buildings, so that guys in the special operations community that need to come and run through some drills can do that, and make sure that the piece of kit that we're making for you is doing the job that you need it to do. We want this to be a completely self-contained facility where you can have gear made. You can purchase gear that we already make. You can go out and test it. We'll make the adjustments. We don't want something for nothing. We want to give you a piece of gear that's quality made. It's durable. It's going to do the job. We've personally been out there using the stuff. It's going to do the job. It's never going to fail. And if you get in a situation that's bad enough that the gear gets damaged, we're going to take care of you afterwards. You get a piece of gear shot off, we want to replace that for you. If you're out there bringing the war to people who are trying to hurt us, or you're out there protecting the streets, then we want to take care of you. You're willing to have some faith in what we want to do for the community. You're willing to put some money down. We're going to put our gear where our mouth is. We're going to reward you with a piece of kit that is absolute top quality, and that we believe has better function than anything else out there. I want to thank you guys for helping us bring this thing to a reality. You guys in the special operations community, I can't even believe what you guys have done, the sacrifices that you've made. I want to give you guys a thanks for that, for taking the fight to them overseas. As a member of the law enforcement community, I want you to know that we're here to protect your families while you're gone. I want to thank you guys sincerely for having faith in us and in what we want to do, in what we want to, this service that we want to provide to the special operations community, the law enforcement community, and to sportsmen and American citizens. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you.